Okay, everybody, what we got going on today is we're working on the van again. I've been working on this thing for a while, back and forth, been having some problems with it, but we think we finally got it figured out. It wasn't getting any fuel. I knew the fuel pump was bad, so I've replaced the fuel pump, dropped the tank, put the fuel pump in, hooked everything up, couldn't get any fuel up to the carburetor. Screwed around with it, just couldn't get any fuel up to it. So finally I decided there had to have been something else going on, so I dropped the tank again, took the fuel pump back out, double checked it, make sure everything was hooked up right, put a new fuel filter on it, blew air all up and down through the lines, make sure they weren't clogged up, put everything all back together, hooked it all up, still no fuel. So I checked the relays, the fuses, everything. I couldn't find anything that was wrong with it. So I started checking out some YouTube videos on it. I ran across the video of a guy that was having the exact same problems with a pickup truck that has the same motor, same setup. He said that they went through everything on that truck. They put a fuel pump in it, fuel filter, even changed the computer box in it, changed the relays, did everything they could on it, couldn't get it to work. He said finally, for some reason, he checked a distributor, he put in a different distributor, and the thing fired right up and ran perfect. Now, he didn't say that the distributor was the problem and not the fuel system. He was working trying to get the fuel system fixed. And I would think that anybody that has any kind of mechanical sense, the first thing they would have tried on a vehicle was to see if there was spark to the spark plugs. So I'm thinking there was something in the distributor that wasn't correct. It wasn't working, or wasn't signaling something to send fuel up the system. I have taken this distributor out. This van didn't have a distributor in it when I bought it. I went to the junkyard, another junkyard, pulled out the distributor system on it, brought it in, put it into this van, and actually got this thing to start, but it will only start if I shot brake fluid down, brake parts cleaner down the carburetor. It would fire right up. So I knew the motor ran, but it won't pump fuel. So I messed around, and I couldn't get it going. I had put 5 gallons of gas in the tank. I was assuming that 5 gallons of gas, that's the vehicle should run on 5 gallons of gas. So I did everything I could. I couldn't get it thing. Out of desperation one day, I poured another 5 gallons of gas in it, and I'll be damned if the thing didn't pump fuel right up to the carburetor. So I don't know. Apparently 5 gallons of gas isn't enough when the system's bone dry. It can't pump it or siphon it or whatever the deal is. It didn't work. But I got fuel to the carburetor. But the carburetor, well, throttle body, it's not a carburetor, was completely crap. So I rebuilt it this morning. So we've basically got a nice rebuilt new throttle body. I'm going to install this on here right now and hook up the fuel lines. And we're going to see if this thing will fire up and run on its, on its own. If it'll sit and idle and finally work. So that's what we're going to do today. So just hang with us. We're going to go ahead and get this on real quick. Well, hopefully real quick. And then we're going to go from there and see if it'll fire up. There's a catch with these things is the throttle body will not come out of the actual part, the base of the throttle, without taking one of these fuel. You can't just take the lines off. You have to take one of the connectors that goes to the line out too. That's a real bugger. That's what's the hardest part of this thing. Is then trying to get that back in there to make it work. Oh, come on. What the heck? Yeah, you would really think that there'd be an easier way to do this. There's this kind of engineering here is pretty hokey. Then how you got to take half this crap apart to try to figure out how to get the other half in. I think what I had to do before was I had to take this disconnect these fuel lines here. Now, if we can get it in there. There. Okay, we got that in. If this doesn't work, I don't know what is going to go on with it. I can't think of, I got fuel the other day. I actually got fuel pumping up to it, so came squirting out that line. Okay, let's get this in here. wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be a real nightmare. The last few times I did it, it's been a nightmare. Screw that. We'll worry about that later. Okay. We go out, hook the jumper cables on it. I don't want it to run the battery down right away. Well, all right, is it going to go? Is this going to be it? First time in who knows how many years. I don't know how long this thing has been sitting here. Been here since early 90s anyway. Or not early, mid 90s. Give it a couple shots of this. What's going on? Well, that's weird. It started right up before with a little Scottish stuff in it. Huh. Oh, I know. Damn it. Well, everything's hooked up. Oh, that's weird. I've always been able to get it started just by spraying starter fluid in it. Now that I got all that done, now it doesn't want to do nothing. Well, it's getting fuel. Plenty of fuel leaking. Ow, damn it. There we go. Well, apparently it still doesn't want to pump fuel. I had it pumping a minute ago. Let's see what happens now. was fun. Backfired a little bit. Let's turn that somewhere else. Well, it's not getting fuel. Still not getting fuel. I rebuilt that thing. I can get fuel all the way up to it. I don't understand what's going on. It's not leaking now. Well, I don't understand it. It's just, now it's firing, but it doesn't want to run at all. There's fuel in it. I had fuel up to the carburetor because it was leaking. I could see it leaking. So that means there's fuel to it. I just rebuilt the throttle body. It doesn't even want to run as good now as it did before when nothing was hooked up, but I was just spraying brake parts cleaner down and it would fire up and I could let it run as long as I squirted fluid into it. Now I can't even get it to idle. I don't know what the deal is with it. Well, if anybody's got any ideas, I would appreciate it if someone would leave me a comment or something. Let me know what they think. We've gone from the tank to the carburetor, put a new kit in. the carburetor this morning. It ran better than this. Well, I've gone through 4 cans of brake parts cleaner messing around with this thing, but I've been able to get the thing to run as long as I spray fluid in it. I don't know what else now, why it's not working. It's kind of, it should start. Shouldn't be any reason why it doesn't start. Try to loosen that fuel line up a little bit. See if I get fuel out of it. There's fuel up there. What the heck is going on? That's fresh gas in the tank. The tank was completely empty. So the 10 gallons of gas I poured in it is all fresh. Try jumping the fuel relay one more time, see what happens. I can hear the fuel pump running. There's gas there. It's leaking. Tried a few more times with some more starting fluid and kind of see, I don't know. Shit. Fuck. Damn.